What was it like working with Stallone? Because I worked with him on a couple movies, and I just want to see what your perspective was.
Well, he and I had the same German clockmaker as a personal manager in the early 70s. He would get Sly jobs as usher in the Baronet on Third Avenue. He would get me a job as a Santa Claus in Abraham and Strauss, right? In a department store. So, none of these jobs ever lasted for anybody. And we ended up, came out pretty much the same time. And we did Capone together, a movie with Ben Gazzara and Susan Blakely. And Death Race 2000 we did together a couple.
I love Death Race 2000. I love the theme.
Yeah, you're a madman. You love hitting baby carriages and all that.
Oh
Jesus.
man, I had a ball with Death Race 2000. I was like, oh my, they just ran over that guy.
I know. What a strange movie.
Oh my God, but go ahead.
And we talked a lot, and he lived nearby and came over, for dinner a couple of times. And I remember it was February 1975 while we're making Death Race 2000. And I went in the trailer, and he had this red script with him. And I remember saying, "What are you doing with that?" He says, "Well, it's this boxing movie I'm trying to get made." And it was Rocky.
Wow.
A year and a half later, he had invited me to a couple of screenings, and I couldn't go because I was doing that series Code R. And we never talked again till 7 years later, when I was invited to come do Rambo 2, and he's very talented. It's a lot of fun. One-on-one, a lot of fun. We had a good time together. We hung out together in Acapulco doing the movie. And I'll tell you here's a quick funny story. So about 3 years ago, they're casting Rambo, the new one. And they asked me to read. So I call up Sly. And I say, "Sly, I've done this movie with you. I'm in the middle of doing Cobra Kai, a hit series. Why do I have to read?" And he says, Marty, Marty, I don't think you should have to read. I don't even think you know how to read. I think you're like me. You don't read. We don't read. He says, and then he said, "Marty, I haven't even finished Act 2 yet of this. I don't know what they're bothering you for, but don't worry about it. I don't think you know how to read, so don't worry." And I died. I think I kept that message, on my outgoing message forever.
That's amazing.
It was so funny, Marty. I don't think you know how to read. He's just that kind of guy.
He's so funny. I walked on set. I hadn't really met him, and I had all these dots for CGI for Guardians 2. And the first time I met him, he looked at me and goes, "Who are you supposed to be, Pippi Longstocking?" And then we just started just laughing. I had a blast. I had him sign my Rambo lunchbox. I've told this story, but he's like, "You got a Rambo lunchbox? How old are you? You want me to sign, or you have a lunchbox? You're a grown man. How old are you?" I mean, it was just, he's like that. He's just like, he loves to play with you.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Of course.